Okay, you guys. So we're doing glitter and lasers. Yeah, glitter and lasers. I don't know much about her except for that she had a couple of weight loss surgeries that did not take. So yeah, that's as much as I know about her. So we're gonna start with our latest video, and then I would like to go back to our old content so I can get the gist of her. Anyways, let's get into it.
That was a lot.
Have been waiting an entire year to live, and I've had to live this half life for 12 months, and so now.
Okay, so she's getting another plastic surgery to lose weight. What I'm gathering. So how far apart are these plastic surgeries? Because why so many? Are they not taking? I'm not understanding.
I get to just go be me, but better.
Did you miss me? Because I'm back. I know that I have a lot to fill you guys in on, and I do really want to explain why I took some time away. But first, I feel like I need to catch you up on everything that's kind of happened since my last video. So right now, I'm actually leaving for my next surgery tomorrow, which is kind of wild to think about. I can't believe it's tomorrow. But I need to pack because I, of course, have not, because that's just who I am. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you at the airport.
Also, I cut out a couple of shots out of this video because I didn't find them necessary. I'm just trying to keep this video as short as possible. So yeah, I cut out a lot of filler content.
So obviously I already made a bunch of videos about surgery number 1, which you can watch here. There's a link up. But the whole objective of that surgery was to clear out my pelvic girdle and the outside of my thighs. And the reason they did that in surgery 1 is because it was the worst, the most congested area, and it was the place I was experiencing the most pain. One thing
Okay, and the short that I watched on this particular surgery, the person was talking about how Anna is bigger now than she was before she started YouTube. So she's like the girls. She's like Amber and Foodie. But she seems sweet. She seems sweet. So I'm gonna go with this with a clean slate. I'm not gonna be judging right away.
definitely learned that I didn't anticipate was that it's a lot more emotional of a journey than I thought. I thought I would just bounce back and I would just be my old self right after surgery, but your hormones are all over the place and it's tough, and I don't like resting. It's just not something I like to do, and that was very mentally challenging for me to be in a place where I had to literally lay low. Like I already said, you guys have a lot more information about surgery 1 because I made those videos, and so I don't really have much more to add than what I've already put out there. I do need to kind of update you guys on surgeries 2 and 3, but I also need to catch this flight, so I'm gonna go, and when we get to Utah, I'll fill you guys in about those surgeries. Next stop, Utah. So we got to our hotel, and as you can tell, it is almost nighttime. Surgery 2 was an interesting one. It was to take care of my inner thigh, and I decided, and I, in hindsight, feel stupidly decided to go alone. I'm just waiting and shuffling around the room. Whoa. It's weird to not have someone to talk to. Last times I did this, I had someone with me, so I had someone to talk to. I think that's, so far, the only thing that bothers me is that there's just no one to talk to while you wait.
Okay, so far what I'm getting is that these surgeries are sponsored. She is not paying for these surgeries from the little snippets that I am seeing, because also I'm also thinking who in their right mind will put themselves through all of these surgeries and not follow suit, and not lose any weight unless if they're not paying for them. They're not feeling the hit in their wallet, because I'm like, what? Huh.
There's no one to talk to except for you, internet. And that's why there really wasn't a ton of content around it, because I was on my own and I was very overwhelmed and it was not fun. And if there's one thing I learned from surgery number 2, don't go it alone. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to be superhero. You are there to heal. And I have a little bit of a superwoman complex. I can admit that. I want to feel like I can do anything, and this I could not do alone.
Does anybody know how much Anna actually weighed when she started her weight loss journey? Because it seems like she's been on a long ass weight loss journey. Does she ever show her weight? That's my question.
Okay, straight up, I am about a couple hours post-surgery now, and I hurt. So I have a feeling that this recovery period is actually not going to go as smooth as the previous one. I don't think it's going to be unbearable. I don't think it's going to be something I can't deal with, but I'm already realizing that like every surgery is going to be different in terms of pain. And every surgery is going to be different in terms of who you are. So for me, I just happen to have a lot of fibrosis on the back of my legs. And we knew that from when we did parts of my knee on the outer side. But I was not prepared for how I feel right now because I had such a great first experience that I thought I was like, I'm just going to be fine. I honestly think I will feel better standing and walking than I do laying because laying forces me to put pressure on the places where the fibrosis was removed. I feel like I need to talk about this in every video, but you will fart and burp a lot, like a lot, and you will feel gross. It is normal. And I think there's a certain like acceptance that happens after like the third day of all out farting for your life, where you're just like, this is me now, I'm a fart factory, and then it'll stop. So I am today, fart factory. I'm owning that truth. One of the things that was really hard post the second surgery as well is that I was not fully recovered from my first surgery. It was 2 surgeries really back to back, coming out of recovery and then going immediately into another surgery.
Jesus. So is she putting herself through all of this pain, all of this for content? Is that what I'm getting from this? Am I reading this whole entire thing wrong? Am I? Let me know, you guys.
And when I say recovery, I mean like the very initial stages of recovery. And this is something that I realize people do not understand. They expect like the results to be immediate. And I think that's because people are very familiar with like weight loss surgery, where you do see results very quickly. Like people begin to lose weight and they're like, oh, her body's changed. That is not how these surgeries work.
Okay, now I'm getting it. Homegirl is out here lying to us. I mean, you're a hefty size lady. Of course, when you go to plastic surgeries, people expect results, especially at your size. Okay, now we're getting the excuses why she's not losing the weight. Okay, now I'm understanding why so many people cover her. Okay, now I'm getting it.
The recovery period for these is up to like 18 months to 2 years. So that's all I really have to say about that. I am tired. I'm also hungry. So we're going to go get some dinner. And the next time I will see you guys will actually be tomorrow morning when we are taking pre-op photos because it's at 9:30, which means I got to get up at a terrible hour. Pray for me. I am so tired. Good morning, internet. I am here at the Roxbury Institute now. We're going to do my pre-op photos, get ready for surgery tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you guys all about surgery number 3.
I literally don't know what the hell I was thinking changing up the location of my final surgery. LA is at this point very familiar to me. I know how everything works. I know the whole staff. I know the procedures. Even though technically those things are the same in a different location, it still feels completely brand new. So I had a weird amount of anxiety going into.
Okay, so the parts that I cut out, it's very clear to me that this is a sponsored surgery and a drip. And ma'am, you're here because you got a sponsored surgery. What do you mean you don't know why you came to Utah? You went to Utah for your plastic surgery. Clearly, this is a sponsored situation type of deal. All right, you guys. So now, how many people are frustrated with this lady through this journey of weight loss journey? Like, how many people are frustrated with her? Oh boy, we're gonna watch a little bit more. I don't want to watch the whole video, but I'm starting to get the gist of Anna. And like I said, I will be going back to our older videos and start reacting to those.
This surgery because it just wasn't familiar. So every time before we actually have surgery, we take what's called pre-op photos. And this allows us to compare pre and post surgery. And it's highly controlled. So like your body's in the same positioning. I wear the same exact.
Jesus, lady. Again, the pictures that I saw of her through the short when she first started her YouTube channel, 2022 to now, she is getting bigger. Oh Lord, you guys. Okay, this one's gonna be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one to react to. I mean, Anna, her content. Holy hell. Okay.
Underwear set every single time, and it just allows you to have a really fair comparison. We talk a lot about online about how comparisons aren't always genuine. People are standing in different ways, wearing different clothing, things are pulled up higher or lower. This allows a real, true, honest comparison before and after. And so I have really focused on making sure I always have the same underwear set. I always have the same poses. I'm always smiling in my photos. I don't want you to think that I'm like sad at the beginning and happy at the end, because that's bullshit too. So I like that I have this to be able to show like the results in a real, like almost scientific way. This is the last time I will take these photos before surgery, though I probably will come back to probably LA to take a final round of photos in about a year. We're doing a second round of photos like this. Just
again, Jesus, lady. Okay, you guys, I'm sold on Anna. I am sold on Anna. So we went to Utah because we got probably a sponsored trip and a sponsored plastic surgery. So this whole shtick is pretty much her content. Is that what I'm getting? So we're getting bigger and staying bigger for content, basically. That's what I'm getting. All right, so this is gonna be fun. Well then, let's watch a little bit more. And I don't really want to react to this whole entire video. I just wanted to get the gist of her. Yeah, let's watch a little bit more and we'll cut it off.
Because I am having torso surgery and we want to be able to specifically see the torso, and the underrib does kind of hide that. So we'll have different photos for just this surgery. That's it for the pre-op for this last surgery. Just so excited to be done. Like, I have no regrets about doing it, but I am ready. I'm ready to close this chapter and get to live.
So are we closing this chapter and getting ready to live? Are we talking about the chapter about non-stop plastic surgeries that clearly don't take? Or are we talking about actually following through with your weight loss? Because right now I'm slightly confused. I am slightly confused. And I looked at her channel. She has over 2 million subscribers, which is impressive, highly impressive. But you're getting all of these plastic surgeries. Why are we not losing weight? Why do we keep on getting more weight? I don't understand. That's why I'm stuck on. All right, you guys. So I'm sold. I'll start reacting to some of our videos. I'm in, but I'm going to cut it off here. I got the gist. I got what I needed out of this video. Yeah, I will catch you, I guess. We'll be watching more Glitter and Lasers videos. Holy moly. Anyways, you guys, I will catch you in the next video. Later. Bye-bye.